You are!
There it is.
Hell yeah, boss!
Oh, hey!
Oh, yeah!
Good morning and welcome to episode 1374 of Hard Factor. It is Thursday, January 11th, 2024. Thank you for cheating on the news with us. 80% accuracy guaranteed on this podcast. Subscribe, like, and leave us a 5-star review if you don't mind. Today, I've got Honey B in DC, Hunter Biden. He's back in the swamp or whatever you call DC these days. I don't know what it is.
The butt.
Yeah, the swamp butt. Wes has an update on the Vegas courtroom leaper. Ooh.
Yeah, they're fucking this guy, but probably should be fucked.
In
Right.
the swamp, but yeah. Well, he did. We'll get into it. Mark's got another surrogacy story for us, even crazier than the last one.
Yeah, back-to-back surrogacy stories. Who would have thought, you know?
That's
Not
a lot
me.
in 1 week. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I know. Live chat. Remember, you can watch us tape the pod live, YouTube or Twitter. Lots of let's goes. And then Nick says, I come for the Hunter Biden talk. I stay for the pit bull sperm talk, which it's possible we could talk about XL bullies at some point, but it might not happen. But there will be sperm. We can guarantee you that.
There's going to be sperm.
Lots.
We might have time for that. Yeah. How do they get to see the Let's Go show, Will?
Yeah, at patreon.com/hard factor. Let's go with one extra O than all other podcasts. That's the newest show over there. Also Florida Man Friday, of course, and the Hive Hour. That we have 3 bonus pods over there. You can get at patreon.com/hard factor. Also, if you want to join the Fat-a-thon, lose some weight with us, get ready for Fat Boy Summer, look great this summer. You can only do that in the Discord server, which is also through patreon.com/hard factor. Get your weights in, snap your before pics, get them in by January 14th. You don't have to send your before picks, but your weight, you need that in by January 14th.
Right. And there's now a sign-up sheet in the Fat-a-thon Discord channel for that giveaway we're doing with the voucher for $1,000 towards Ozempic. Giving away two of those.
Free $1,000 worth of Ozempic.
Yep.
It's super easy. It's all over the phone, and then they'll send it to you. Lasara, thank you for sponsoring the Fat-a-thon. But you have to get in the Discord in order to sign up for that. So patreon.com/hard factor.
That's right. And one last live comment I'll address before we move on. John Grenier asks, can we get a leg bruise heart attack update? Yeah, no problem. Not a heart attack. That lady needs to go back to school. I had bad bruising in my upper leg that moved to the lower leg. And she told me, well, this is definitely, you need to sprint to the ER. And nope, the ER checked it all out. I sat there for 3 hours. They scanned the whole thing.
Is it improving at least now?
Bruise. Oh, yeah. It's going down. Swelling's going down. Eating
How many
pineapple.
people?
I'm eating pineapple. Apparently, that's good for inflammation. Taking a lot of ibuprofen. So,
and the taste of your cum, apparently.
Ooh.
Yeah. So it's good for everything.
How many people you think she scares with that heart attack bullshit a week?
A lot.
Yeah.
I'm not the first one.
Yeah.
I'm not.
By the way, Chahender321 says 1 free month. It's actually a 14-week program.
I don't know. It's $1,000 for the program.
Yeah.
So, get in there.
Yeah,
get in there. It's worth it.
It's a great.
Also, you'll lose weight. You'll feel better. We're all having fun. Patreon.com/hard factor. But you guys want to do the news?
I do. But one last thing. There's been several success stories of people that aren't joining the Fat-a-thon because their lives have been changed and they're at their goal weight from previous Fat-a-thons. Probably half a dozen to a dozen people whose lives have been completely changed from the Fat-a-thon. It's totally be a little vulnerable. Get in there. Let's do it. Let's lose weight.
Those guys who transformed their lives are still in there, gassing up everybody who is working this year. So join us. It's fun. Let's do the news.
Yeah. Cup of coffee in the big time.
I played the coffee today because I've got more shockers for you. If you need to wake up, here it is. New names on the Epstein list, including Sergey Brin and Richard Branson and others who visited the island. Nothing too huge, though, besides that. Clinton, Hawking, and the crew, they were all over it. A bunch of redacted still. So even after all the 5 releases of redacted names, still more redacted names. But those got added.
Branson owns his own island and right around there. So they're like neighbors. So it's not really too uncommon to just hop over there on
He's
his
a
yacht.
Sex Island guy.
Yeah.
To be fair, he has his own.
Yes.
Well, there are stories that have come out where he had his own, exactly. Like he did this to women, sometimes older than teenagers, but he would like bring women on there and like be like, you have to have a threesome with me and my wife. And they're like, huh? And he's like, you're on the island, you know.
The laws
what are islands for, Mark?
Yeah.
The laws for British people probably a little bit better for Branson than they were for Epstein and Clinton and the crew. Kyle Rittenhouse, he photographed himself being a loser and training for a civil war or something like that. I don't know why he's doing tactical training, which isn't shocking at all. You'd expect that from Kyle, but the fact that he's in full tactical gear training for some type of like holy war, like an Al-Qaeda, basically, he's like a fundamentalist here. He's also pounding Welch's fruit snacks like a fourth grader. That's a little shocking.
He looks younger. Look he looks like a baby. He looks like he's getting younger. Like maybe get some facial hair or something, Kyle. Like you look like a baby.
Not to shit on the ROTC, but he is forever an ROTC guy. That's what he is. He's
not even ROTC. He won't even join the military. He's like
I know he's much of a pussy, but that's like he's just kind of like that.
Anyway, fucking Welch is looking like a 12-year-old.
Rittenhouse is in the flak jacket training for the holy war, holy civil war that's coming up. I don't know if he's joining the military. I don't think he is. Anyways, he's training and eating Welch's grapefruit snacks. Great, fruit snacks while he does it. Shocking news. Another big headline. Vrabel, Pete Carroll fired as coaches. Saban stepping down from Alabama. Coaches.
I can't believe Saban or Carroll. I get Vrabel because they've sucked the last 2 years, but he was good. Vrabel's shocking. Pete Carroll was really shocking, and I can't believe Saban. I cannot believe that.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy, right? You wouldn't think that any of those would. I didn't think any of them would happen. Vrabel and Carroll automatically go to the top of the line. And then Saban, you just thought he was still rolling with Milroe coming in. I mean, Milroe is going to have 2 more years. So
Saban stepping down is like if Putin would step down.
Surprising. Just as evil, too.
Yeah.
Go Tigers.
That reign of terror is over in college football.
Yep. But most shocking of all today, guys, Hunter Biden. Honey B, as President Joe Biden likes to call him. Hunter Biden himself showed up to his own contempt of Congress hearing in the Congressional Oversight Committee on Wednesday, and things got nutty. Here's a representative from Seattle talking about erections. Check it out.
But if we're going to talk about outrageous things that have happened or things that have never happened, let's talk about the fact that President Trump incited an erection. Maybe that too.
Yeah, you can talk about that too, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe we should talk about that too. The president incited an insurrection.
So that I don't know if that actually happened in this committee hearing, but it's a funny clip, and I needed you guys to see it. That's Rep. Jalal Powell from Seattle.
I'm sure it's already happened 1,000 times on the internet, but you need to pair that with "I'm gonna come" when Trump says "I'm gonna come." Inside an erection, and then cut to.
Lots of good Trumps to cut in there. But these clips are really from the hearing that happened recently on Capitol Hill, when the shit really hit the fan inside of this oversight committee hearing that Hunter Biden just showed up to, even though it's his own contempt of Congress hearing. Our very own Nancy Mace, guest of Hard Factor, hit Hunter right in the family jewels, literally calling his testicles into question. Take a listen.
First of all, my first question is, who bribed Hunter Biden to be here today? That's my first question. Second question, you are the epitome of white privilege, coming into the Oversight Committee, spitting in our face, ignoring a congressional subpoena to be deposed. What are you afraid of? You have no balls to come up here and...
Mr. Chairman, point of inquiry.
Mr. Chairman,
If
The ladies recognize.
if the gentle lady wants to hear from Hunter Biden, we can hear from him right now, Mr. Chairman. Let's take a vote and hear from Hunter Biden. What are you afraid of?
Hold on. Order.
Are women allowed to speak in here or no? Are women allowed to speak in here or no? Because you keep interrupting me.
I'll interrupt the chairman. I don't know that he's a lady.
No balls.
Everyone got called ballless there. The chairman got a little ricochet shot.
Tough being called ballless by a hot congresswoman.
Yeah,
it is tough, Wes. And Nancy is pissed because Congress will be voting on whether to hold Hunter in contempt or not based on this meeting and another finding in the Judiciary Committee. So with Hunter showing up, to the oversight committee, where they're motioning on him, to be voted on for contempt of Congress, when he has already refused a traditional congressional subpoena already, is obviously Hunter just taunting the committee. So that's why Nancy is pissed, calling him ballless. And speaking of taunting, it continued at the meeting because Hunter and his attorneys stormed out of the oversight hearing room as soon as MTG was given the mic. So like the guy in the middle, the moderator, like he passes over to MTG, Hunter and his attorneys storm out of the room. And once he was out in the hallway, the big J's started peppering the questions hot and heavy. And take a listen.
Please, I'll answer your question if you be quiet and let me make a statement, okay?
What kind of crack do you normally smoke, Mr. Biden?
Let
me... There's different kinds? Different kinds?
Well, you know how like when sometimes the bags are labeled, you're like, that's blue. That's Jonesy's. That's the 16th Street.
That's
like
Jonesy's crap.
Right.
Like a little yellow in it.
Yeah.
You like it marbled,
chalky.
Yeah. Right. That's the clover leaf. Right. Like it's got like a logo. When it's got a logo on the bag, it's
that's the fuck my dead brother's wife crack.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, back to Mace. Like, he's proven he has balls on the laptop again and again and again. He's showing them off.
That's
right?
true. No, that's true. And Mark, I think everybody's just a little bit upset.
Forgot.
It's boring now. Okay. In reality, this whole thing, him showing up and saying absolutely nothing, it was a huge political publicity stunt, right? And I don't think that Hunter actually said a single word the entire time he was on Capitol Hill. His lawyers just ushered him around the whole time. And of course, this follows Hunter's publicity stunt on December 13th, when he said he won't comply with the congressional subpoena that he's now in contempt of Congress for, but he will only do a public hearing. And of course, Congress is like, no, we're going to hold you in contempt anyways. I think we can all agree, including Mace, including Hunter, including us, we all miss laptop Hunter Biden, right?
Yeah.
Because it's way more fun.
Way more fun, right? Legal games, Hunter Biden, boring as fuck. Laptop Hunter Biden, very fun. That's my big takeaway.
I bet Hunter likes laptop Hunter Biden a lot more too.
Oh,
everyone
we
does.
all agree.
Yeah.
We all agree, Wes. And so literally now that the name of the game is he can't talk, and that's the whole game right now with the impeachment inquiry going on into his dad, it's more fun. Laptop guy was more fun.
Yeah. A lot more.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, anyways,
is anything going to happen to him?
It was the epitome of fun, Will. He was like fun personified on that laptop. That was he was having fun. Yeah.
Because the laptop was so fun and had so much incriminating evidence on it. No, Wes, I don't think he's just going to keep delaying it out like this. We'll see.
He flew too close to the sun. He's like Daedalus or whatever, or something. Like you gotta be careful. Like that, it's always extremes. You gotta have fun within the levels. The laptop Biden was hitting the sun.
Yeah, the best.
Yeah.
Throwing
Squirtle. Remember the Squirtle moment?
Yeah.
Threesome with the Squirtle in the room.
Yep.
Anyways, they got to dot all the I's, cross all the T's. What's up, Wes?
Said he's lived 10 lifetimes, that guy.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
If this was the Matrix, I'd ask to be reborn as Hunter Biden.
Yeah.
Like
he's had a
start me at the beginning.
He's had a pretty good shake. And so such a good one that the entire government is investigating him over it. And that sounds like a lot of paperwork on Capitol Hill right now, if you ask me. And if they have to send it anywhere, they better be using ShipStation with my tax money, okay? ShipStation can help increase your profitability by automating your workflow and keeping your costs down with industry-leading discounts. No matter where you sell or how you ship, your business can grow with ShipStation. There's no risk. You can try it for free. And you have the extremely convenient option to print postage wherever you need to, wherever you are, which comes in handy all the time. And you will save money for your business or yourself, up to 89% off USPS and UPS rates. Effortless integration everywhere you sell online, including Amazon, Etsy, eBay, Shopify, and more. Simplify and automate your shipping no matter how big your business grows. ShipStation has it all, big or small. They've got solutions for every size company. Industry-leading discounted rates from USPS, UPS, DHL, and Global Post with discounts up to 89% off of USPS and UPS rates. It's a huge savings. Over 130,000 companies have grown their e-commerce business with ShipStation, and 98% of companies that stick with ShipStation for a year become customers for life. It's just that good. Make this year your most profitable one yet with ShipStation. Use promo code HARDFACTOR today at ShipStation.com to sign up for your free 30-day trial. That's ShipStation.com, promo code HARDFACTOR. Get a 30-day trial, free trial at www.shipstation.com/hardfactor. Thanks to ShipStation for sponsoring the pod.
Yes, thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Correction, live comment. Paul Troy says it was Icarus that flew too close to the sun.
Right.
Daedalus was his dad, the inventor who created the wings. I think he even warned his son not to use them too close to the sun, and Icarus, his son, ignored him. And
did Joe Biden create Hunter's wings? Probably so.
Joe Biden's Daedalus,
yeah. He gave him money to buy the wings. That's for sure.
Yeah. Wings is also
wings
probably
being crack.
a brand of crack.
Yeah,
it's got the wings in the bag.
Coke.
Art imitating life once again. Yeah. Wow.
And get them wings.
Yeah. He's flying.
Get that wing. You got that wings.
Yeah. Why is it wings? Because you be flying.
Do we have a modern day Oedipus on our hands anywhere? I just speaking of
someone that wants to fuck his mom.
Yeah, you know, that'd be really fucked up. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, probably.
Wasn't there like something with Angelina Jolie or something? Or no, that's
Angelina Jolie's kids.
Charlize Theron was like, I think like it was weird. Like she was like looked like she was fucking her brother or something for a while.
No, that was Angelina Jolie with her brother.
Oh, it was okay.
Yeah, they had like they were very weird before right before Billy Bob. That was
sorry, Charlize. Yeah. Okay. Some of this Will may have covered in the update, but we're going to talk about Deborah Redden.
Right.
He is the
Diabra. Did you find out how to pronounce it?
No, it's Deobra. It's Deborah Diabra. Mr. Redden. Here he is. So as you might remember, he is the guy who attacked Judge Mary Kay Halthus. I think it was January 3rd. When she was in the middle of sentencing him in a Nevada courtroom, and the video clip of him leaping across the judge's table or the bench and attacking her went viral. And he is probably the most famous criminal in the United States right now. And
him or Stephen Hawking, one of the two.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So I didn't know the whole story.
The tunnel Jews, one of the three, actually.
The tunnel Jews are up there too.
High
profile, or Fido.
Fido
from Ecuador.
Oh yeah.
Oh right,
yeah.
Fido. Yeah, I mean when he if you push really came to shove, Fido for sure.
I think this guy tops them all.
Big boy criminals out there. I know.
Yeah. I think Redden tops them all. So I didn't know the whole story and of what actually went down during that hearing. And the incident, this is from CNN, when he leapt at the judge last Wednesday, he was in the middle of the sentencing, and his attorney asked the judge for probation rather than time behind bars, because he said that Redden was getting his life back on track with a new job. He had plans to resume his education, which of course is probably all bullshit. This is what is kind of like a playbook, plea to get.
Wasn't that much on track if he was one comment away from looking like I saw a spider in the house.
She saw the look in his eye.
Yeah.
And then she was like, she goes like, no, I think with this record we need to, and then pop.
Well, she then read his criminal history in the court, which included 3 felonies, misdemeanors, multiple domestic violence charges, robberies, attempted home invasion. So this guy's like he's got a rap sheet that is very impressive. And
he's always about to get it together.
Yeah.
Right. Until the next violent crime.
Yeah, every day is him trying to get it together. Almost
that derails it every time. The violent crimes. But
he's got impulse problems. And the judge was like, "Hey, I think that he could complete probation successfully if you were to be so kind and to ignore all of his prior violent past, and believe me that he is on track to get his life and he's going to go back to school for whatever." And she said, "I appreciate that, but I think it's time you get a taste of something else, because I just can't with that history." And then, of course, we heard him say, "Oh, fuck that bitch." And he leaps over the table. He attacks her. And then he gets in a fight with a clerk, a marshal, and a clerk, and then a Nevada Police Department officer who was there in the courtroom. So he was just brought back into court. As you might remember, he looked like this, like the Hannibal Lecter, to finish that sentencing that he interrupted the judge. And he just got sentenced with 19 to 48 months in jail. Now, she was clear to tell everyone, "Hey, I had this sentence prepared. I have not changed it based on the fact that he tried to kill me or leapt over and pulled my hair and tried to strangle me."
That's big of her.
Just want to disclose that that has nothing to do with the sentencing I'm about to give you. 48 months.
It sounded like she was gearing up for something like that. That's why he jumped at her. Like,
exactly.
She wasn't. Yeah. It's not, that sounds,
and the charges leveled. The charges he was being sentenced for at that time were attempted battery with substantial bodily harm, which is probably not a low charge based on his
hospitalizing
record.
somebody.
Yeah.
First strike, maybe like a couple months of probation, but 13th strike, that you're probably getting close to the max on that, right?
Yeah,
5 years.
Right. So he did exactly what she was being sentenced for to the judge, basically. He then got in a fight with, again, the clerk, a marshal, and the Las Vegas Police Department. He then spat on the cop at one point. Of course, the original judge, Mary Kay, could not oversee his new trial based on new charges for attacking the judge.
She wasn't behind the.
Well, she
recused herself.
She can't do it. She's
the victim.
She's the person who was attacked. Yeah.
Is she in the court as a victim?
Yeah.
Probably she might show up in court during his trial. His hearing just took place under another old white woman judge. And first I'm going to play a clip of the new judge. Again, another white older lady claiming
her wine buddy.
Yeah, her wine buddy claiming Mark that she does not know.
Yeah, right.
The previous judge, Mary Kay Halthus.
She have frizzy hair too.
Yeah, and therefore won't hold a grudge during sentencing.
Yeah, the Golden Girls. Yeah,
and it gets even worse. Here's what she has to say.
All right. As for disclosures, before I arraign Mr. Redden, I want to disclose under Judicial Canon 2.11, Comment 5, that I do know Judge Mary Kay Halthus. I know her very casually and only professionally. I've never socialized with her outside, say, a professional event. I do, for instance, not know her phone number. I don't think she knows mine. We're not connected on social media.
Only Thirsty
I've never worked
Thursdays.
at the district attorney's office, where I believe she worked for her entire career. Her daughter is a deputy district attorney on my track. However, the chief has assured me that Kennedy Halthus will not appear on any of Mr. Redden's appearances. Therefore, I see no reason to recuse. However, I make those disclosures under Rule 2.11 comment.
The lady doth protest way too much.
She works with her daughter.
Right. She's friends with her daughter.
Yeah.
She drinks with the come on.
A professional event is the judges get together.
Yeah, but you have to think about it this way. In order for any of his attorneys to ever get any of this stuff overturned, they're going to have to get it from a judge.
Right.
In Nevada up to the Supreme Court. Yeah. This guy's fucked.
Well, you bring up a good point. Any judge, regardless of sex, age, race, as a judge professionally that decided to go into being a judge, knows what this psychopath moron did to a judge, and that right there is enough to be biased.
It's like attacking a cop, and the cops beat your ass.
Exactly.
He's the most famous judge attacker of all time.
Right.
He's done. No judge is ever going to be lenient to him ever again.
Right.
Correct.
So he's more than done, because she then read the new list of charges that he now faces, in addition to the already definitely maximum 48 months that he's going to serve for the other sentencing that the judge that he attacked gave him. And here's now what he's being charged with, just from that incident where he attacked the judge.
Mr. Redden, have you been given a copy of the criminal complaint this morning?
Yes, I have been given one.
You're being charged with count 1, attempt murder, victim 60 years of age or older, a felony. Count 2, battery on a protected person resulting in substantial bodily harm, victim 60 years of age or older, a felony. Count 3, extortion by threat, a felony. Count 4, intimidating a public officer, a felony. Count 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 are all battery on an officer, the same named victim. Oh, and by the way, I do not know any of the other victims named in the criminal complaint.
Okay, we get it, lady.
Those are all felony offenses. Count 10, performance of act or neglect of duty and willful or wanton disregard of safety or persons of property resulting in substantial bodily harm or death, a felony. Battery on a protected person, count 11, that's a gross misdemeanor offense. Count 12, battery by a prisoner, a felony. Count 13, unlawful act related to human excrement or bodily fluid, a felony. All allegedly occurring on January 3rd of 2024. Do you understand these charges?
Yes, I understand.
Can you afford to hire a private lawyer at this time?
Yeah, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
I'm sorry?
I'm trying to,
Can you afford to hire a private lawyer of your own expense?
Yeah,
and
she's not
choosing?
mad at him. You can tell.
Yeah.
no, not at this time, no.
Are you a veteran or a member of our military?
No.
I can appoint a lawyer from the public defender's office to represent you.
And by the way, I do not know anyone in this court right now or myself. I don't know my
Here's
own name.
my shittiest lawyer.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
Yep. So that was like
murder,
13 felony. They pretty much found every charge they could, and the excrement was from him spitting on the officer. He did choke the judge. He did hit her in the head. He did pull her hair. That's the attempted murder part. And it can stick, but
I think they'll get him for everything besides attempted murder. Murder's not going to stick. No.
So the attempted murder is a conviction. It goes from 2 to 20 years in Nevada. I mean, based on those charges, he's getting at least 20 years.
I mean, if you're mad enough and you only get 2 for attempted murder, that's worth it.
Yeah. There's a lot of stipulations. Like if they use poison, it can be life. But that was what, like 15, 16 charges for his little leap.
Yeah, he's gonna spend a decade or more.
Yeah,
they're gonna make an example.
Yeah,
don't leap at judges. This guy's the example.
Yeah, it's like hitting a ref in the NFL. You just can't. You get a harsh penalty. You can't do it.
Yeah, if somebody just like straight up hospitalized a ref on purpose, the league would just have to get rid of him.
Yeah,
it's a little worse than hitting a ref.
Well, I know.
Well, it's like the most high version of hitting a ref. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So we'll keep you posted on how fucked he is, but he's fucked.
Judges have so much power, and so do refs. Remember when that one ref blinded Courtney Brown on the Cleveland Browns from Penn State when he threw a flag in his eye? Yeah. Nothing happened to that ref, I don't think. But Courtney Brown can't see.
Well, it's good to be a ref or a judge when you break the rules,
right?
Because you are the arbiter of rules,
right?
So.
If as a judge, you can jump over the counter, and probably get away with it.
What do you think he was going to go back to school for?
Well, he's going to have a lot of time to learn. He can learn all he wants in jail. There's a lot of classes he can
nursing school,
psychology.
Yeah, he's fucked. As he should be. His rap sheet is terrible, and you can't do that.
Josh, aka Black Ops, is he's left 14 comments. He's worked up about this guy.
Yeah.
Well, the guy did make a flying form tackle at a judge, so that's going to shake some people up.
He tried to hurt her real bad, and it was insane.
He strangled her.
Usually, you're like very respectful in court, and he went the opposite.
Well, he lost his mind.
All right, believe it or not, I have another surrogacy story for you today, and this one's way crazier than yesterday's. And before I get into it, shout out to Father Brian, an actual Catholic priest, one of the longest running members of the Heart O' Hive, hilarious, awesome guy. He's in our Discord, and he let us know that the Pope's messaging was on brand for the Catholic Church, like nothing new there from them. The belief is in children being born out of committed marriage and love and not a financial exchange. And I get all that, but my point was I was more surprised that the Pope felt the need to make such a big announcement about surrogacy when like multiple wars are going on and everyone's poor. I just found it an odd choice to make like a huge stand on Monday. Anyways, follow-up question for Father Brian. What is the church's stance on adoption, which you have to pay for? That's a financial exchange, by the way, but I'd like to hear that. Anyways, back to today's story. A 62-year-old Western Australian woman has been allowed by the courts to extract sperm from her dead husband so that they can conceive a baby via surrogacy.
Oh, the Catholic Church loves this, though. Yeah. Wait, no. Why can't she carry it?
She's 62, dude. She's been through menopause a decade ago. So
that sperm ain't no good anymore. Do they keep him on like a heating pad?
He's been dead for a month. Talk about disturbing the dead.
Oh, the Pope's upset.
That sperm's clumpy.
So on this one. Oh my goodness.
Whoa. So the husband, this is sad. This part gets sad, but the story is
super sad. Who's going to take care of this kid? She's going to have a surrogate kid in her 60s, and then
this ain't going to work. It just ain't going to work.
Let me explain why she wants the kid. Yeah, she's okay. Dig him up. So the husband died unexpectedly on December 17th at the age of 61, like overnight, like maybe a heart attack or something, but he just died suddenly. they also had 2 kids that died as adults. Their 29-year-old daughter drowned in a 2013 fishing trip, and their 30-year-old son died in a 2019 car accident. Now, everyone says the hardest thing in life is like burying your own child. So this happened to them twice, and a lot of times this will split up a marriage or drive you insane, rightfully so. But the married couple of 39 years ended up bonding over this, and they put all of their emotion and energy into the hope and thought that one day they could surrogate another child. And
no, that
start
was the
over
second
their
one, Mark.
60s.
That was the second one. It
No,
wasn't.
this is
it
after
wasn't an
2019
inspiration. It
Right.
wasn't an inspirational story. It was the insanity thing that you mentioned earlier.
Right. No, I mean, like, the second child die. One child can drive you insane. Dying 2 children, like, you gotta forgive her.
So they hatched the dream of having
Right.
children extremely late in life.
That's correct, because they wanted a child again. So that's where they're at mentally, or she is at least. We can't talk to him because he's dead. So the husband dies, and she spends the next 4 weeks in court jumping through paperwork and hoops, being like, I want to get his sperm back. And then this week, Western Australia courts or whatever were like, okay, go for it. What do you guys think?
Fucked up.
Yeah.
They're setting up her surrogate kids for a fucked up life. If she's allowed to go through with this and have like all these children that don't technically have parents, and she's advanced in years, what the fuck happens if she passes away earlier than she expects and they're just all left? It's a bunch of kids with no fucking parents. It's ridiculous.
Look, it's not going to work. They're just appeasing her because she's insane. It's a dead person's sperm is not going to be
Sure,
viable.
go for it. Good luck.
Just go ahead. Yeah, whatever you want, lady.
Well, she's going to have some more problems, because I believe from the research I saw, I don't think she's going to be able to do this in Australia. I think she's going to have to go to another country or something to have the surrogacy done and stuff like that. So she's allowed to get the sperm, but I think the Philippines was mentioned. She's going to have to go to like.
We're going to fly the dead body to the Philippines and then
Eric, look it up if you can do this in the Philippines. Our producer Eric might be if you know anyone, Eric, a female that's in the market for this, she might be paying big bucks to get you have a female friend that wants to be a surrogate in the Philippines, Eric.
Yeah, but then you have that on your conscience the rest of your life.
Well, I mean, surrogacy. Well, yeah, because you're giving
dropping off a fresh baby with a grandma that's like, I'm their last line of defense.
She would be about 80 at their high school graduation.
Yeah,
it's pretty old. But De Niro and Pacino are still doing it in their 80s.
They have mothers of those kids that are like in their 20s. So
she might have a niece, a godmother, something like that.
Have they already agreed to take them over to I mean, it's just ridiculous.
The articles I read didn't mention the godmothers or fathers.
There's a whole Wikipedia about posthumous sperm retrieval, and it needs to happen. It needs to happen within 36 hours after death. Otherwise, it's not going to work.
Maybe she had some of his sperm. Well, no, I don't know how that would work, because she got the okay to like. Let me see.
Can you freeze sperm like you can freeze eggs?
Yeah, you can, but you gotta get it probably while it's still alive, right?
Yeah, no, yeah. A dead man's sperm.
Maybe that's why they approved it.
Yeah, maybe, but can they synthetically recreate it? I mean, they've done a lot with reproductive technology recently.
I mean, sperm is pretty impressive. It's disgusting and sticky, and who knows. But
Eric says yes. Surrogacy is huge in the Philippines, so that's probably her best bet.
Yeah, they mentioned the Philippines a few times in the article. So yeah, I don't know how it would work, but they granted her the ability to get that sperm.
Oh, how it works? Have you seen the videos? They got these little micro robots now that can go grab a sperm, and they can literally, that micro robot can go take it into the egg. Like, so if they even have a semi-viable sperm, they can get that sucker up in there.
That guy's on ice.
It says Justice Fiona Seward granted the woman permission to have spermatozoa tissue removed from her late husband, whose body is being stored at a Perth morgue. So I guess he is on ice, maybe. And that sperm is on ice. I don't know. But anyways, this got me to thinking. Obviously, this is a weird one, but it got me to thinking about this happens a lot, like with endangered species and like really like animals. Remember, we came up with a character on our buddy Colin's bachelor party about the guy who had to go collect Harambe's jizz when Harambe died. Like he's on vacation at a beach and he's got a suitcase like that. When you open it, like steam comes out, and he's got all the sperm extractors, and he just hops on a helicopter from Bermuda or wherever, and he has to get straight to Cincinnati Zoo.
The Barbasol can, like in Jurassic Park.
Yeah, he gets in that dick, and he gets that sperm. He gets in those balls.
Yeah, they gotta have guys like that have to exist, right? I mean,
he throws a whore off of him, and he's like, "I gotta go."
Yeah. I mean, don't you need to be able to consent to like? I mean, dead guy can't consent to having a baby. This is
but she's his wife.
Illegal.
It's like she's his wife. I think it probably makes it.
She doesn't own his nuts. Just
like I
she's
said,
his wife.
Wes, this is disturbing.
Maybe she does. I don't know. Like, what's the rules over there? I mean, his body is technically her property, probably.
I think the rules are they wanted her to get the fuck out of their faces because she kept screaming about the sperm for 4 weeks. And they're like, "Okay, lady, go for it."
Yeah, it's fucked up, man. I mean,
yeah.
If she gets it, like, it's just so dangerous for the kids.
Yeah,
I'd be all about it if she was like, at a normal age. But she's 62. She's clearly in no mental, capacity to raise a child.
Start a new family on her own with no help.
I'm personally, I have no moral issues with surrogacy until someone's dead. Then I'm starting to get that's when it starts to get a little weird for me when you're digging up bodies or opening up the morgue and you're like, okay, get the sperm out of this guy who's been dead for a month. I don't know.
This is almost like clone vibes, right?
It's like that Frank Sinatra's baby. Yeah.
This is like the Frankenstein monster. What the fuck are we doing here? But again, I feel horrible for her. She's had the 2 adult children die. And
of course, no, it's bad. But Mark, to answer your question back at the beginning about the timing, I still want to hear what Father Brian says about paying for the adoption. But the timing, now I'm positive. The Pope, he had to have some early wind that this story was coming out.
Yeah.
Also, Paris Hilton's kid, the noggin on that kid.
Can we bring up a picture?
Those 2 things. And the Pope said, this is the time. I got to make my statement on surrogacy.
Yeah, hang on. I'm going to bring up a picture of this kid's noggin.
Yeah, but the surrogacy had nothing to do with his noggin.
I don't like making fun of babies, but I mean, this kid's head is something else.
I know. I refrained from I have refrained from bringing it on.
Look, we offend some people. Babies are awesome. This kid's cute, and he's going to grow into the head, but it's going to take a few years because look at the size of this. Look at the size of this noggin. He looks like Megamind. He looks like Will Ferrell's character from the animated Megamind.
So it's hard not to laugh when you.
Someone wrote this kid definitely can do telekinesis.
Yeah,
you paint him green. He looks like he's from outer space.
Yep, those were the main.
He's gonna grow into it. He's got cute features and stuff.
Right. And so, anyways, you can see why the Pope sees the opportunity. He sees that noggin. He sees this story coming out. Pope jumps on it.
Maybe the Pope heard about this story.
Yeah.
Big week for surrogacy in the news. Anyways, that's going to do it for Hard Factor. I don't know what's going on with the XL Bully Sperm. Maybe we'll get to that tomorrow.
Yeah.
But we love you all. And we hope you have a great fucking day. And we'll talk to you soon.
Yeah.